Namaskaram, my dear friends, I am back again. Can you hear the difference in my voice? I have had a sore throat for a while, so I'm in the process of getting better. So much better though. So I may still sound a little horsey, but it's okay. Today I want to talk about places I have actually done sadhana at. Because initially I thought about telling you guys of what is better, doing sadhana indoor or outdoor. But then I realized there's still so much variables even doing sadhana indoors and doing sadhana outdoors. So let me just share with you all places I have done sadhana, some positives and some challenges, and how I have overcame them. So yes, first, airport. Usually I do sadhana at the airport when there is a long layover and if I have a night flight and that bleeds into the next day. And if the connecting flight is like 3-4 hours later, I have enough time to do my sadhana for that day, like the next day or like the day after my first flight. Some challenges I have faced is actually looking for a suitable place to do my sadhana. Considerations involve the size of the place, the flooring, because if it's tiles then it's kind of too cold. And of course, people around me, I also have to consider, especially when I have to do Kaga Kriya, like, oh my god. A really nice airport though, where they have a meditation room. I can't remember if it was in Dallas or if it was in Tacoma, Washington. I can't remember. But they had a really nice prayer room. And when I went there, nobody was there. So it was very quiet and I had the whole place to myself. And the flooring was also carpet, so I didn't have to worry about being cold. I also didn't have to worry about sliding. Because the thing is, you guys, if the floor is like shiny tiles or marble, if I lay a piece of towel to do my sadhana at, usually the towel slides. So it's going to be kind of difficult when I have to do my Surya Kriya or Surya Shakti. But I've actually done sadhana at waiting areas where there's a lot of people. And as I said before, I really don't care because when I do my sadhana, I have my eyes closed, so I really can't see how people are silently judging me, so it doesn't bother me. One time I did like a full-blown sadhana, like all the Kaka Kriya and Surya Kriya in the waiting area before we board. And I was confident about doing it because I had my family there. My mom was there, Lily was there, and Brand was there. And I did it between two long benches. I was probably very loud and people are probably wondering why I was doing my yoga asanas in the middle of everybody. But I didn't care because I had my mom and Brent and I know they have my back. So yes, that was very interesting. Hotels are also very interesting to do sadhana at because it also really depends on the size of the room. So in other countries, the flooring of the hotel rooms are usually tiles. But usually in Europe or in America, hotels usually have carpet flooring. So it's easy to do sadhana in there because even if I don't have my yoga mat, I can just lay a towel and then I will have a really good sadhana space. Sometimes too, another consideration is sometimes hotel rooms are small where it could only really fit a bed and for us to walk around the bed. Sometimes there's really not enough space to do sadhana. So I go and look at other places. One time I went to a gym of a hotel and that was actually a good experience because when I did the sadhana, it was so early in the morning, nobody was at the gym. It was like 3:30. Nobody was at the gym. So I had the gym to myself. So it was a really nice and peaceful sadhana. I also did it at a lobby once because I thought it was just closer to the hotel room and Lily was still really small. I didn't want to be so far from her or I didn't want to leave my mom or Brand if Lily had to cry. So I just did my sadhana outside our room in the lobby. One time when I was at Kathmandu, the Radisson Hotel, I actually did my sadhana in their outdoor banquet area. That was also very nice. They had stone flooring. It was really nice, really pretty, and Kathmandu was kind of warm during that time, so I didn't necessarily feel too cold. I got a pillow from their lobby waiting area to lift myself up a little bit when I do Shambhavi. That was really nice. I have also a very interesting experience here in Korea in the Dragon Hill Lodge. It's like in the middle of Seoul. They have a very, very, very pretty garden because this garden is actually curated for weddings. So I woke up early one day to do my sadhana in the garden. It was like really nice, serene area. Nobody was there. And then after I did my sadhana throughout the day, I was having some sinus issues because, as you may know, or not, some of you may know that sometimes here in Korea, the air quality can be really bad. So I think that was on me. I didn't check the air quality before I did my sadhana outdoors. See? Another consideration, you guys. Air quality outside. I also did sadhana in tents, like a one-person tent. That's very interesting because, the nature of my job, sometimes we all have to live in a tent, individual tents. So I can't really do my yoga asanas or Surya Kriya, Surya Shakti inside the tent because it's not enough space for me to stand. So what I do is I actually do my Buddha Shruti, and when I have to do my yoga asana, Surya Kriya, Surya Shakti, I actually step out the tent, do it despite it being so cold, and go back inside the tent, keep myself warm again, then continue with the Shakti Chalana and Shambhavi. I just gotta find a way, I have also done sadhana in office spaces. Actually, office space is good because usually I warn my office mates that, hey, I'm gonna do things that's probably new to your eyes and maybe new to your ears, but please understand, and they would. And it's really, really nice because once I've done my sadhana, they just acknowledge like, oh, she's done, she's gonna go back to work, which is really nice of them. I have also done sadhana in the kitchen. My brother's apartment in LA is really, really small, and one of the places where I can do my sadhana is the kitchen. So yes, kitchens are good because it's kind of warm, just a different environment. I love the kitchen too because I feel the energy is kind of lively. So yeah, kitchen is a great place to do sadhana. I have done my sadhana, specifically Shambhavi, in the car. I was in Walmart once. It was like early morning. I didn't check into a hotel, so I just parked my car at Walmart. And then I woke up and I needed to start my day, but I needed to do Shambhavi. So I did my Shambhavi in the car. I think the only challenge is if you have a small car, it's going to be a little challenging to do the prep asanas. But if you have enough space, then go for it. Gardens and balconies. Doing sadhana in gardens is also really dependent on the garden condition. I was doing my full-blown sadhana in a garden in the Philippines, and I didn't realize that if there's not a strong breeze going on, mosquitoes are gonna feast on you. So that was a little challenging. Good thing I had Tiger Balm to heal the itchiness. I also did sadhana in the 16th floor balcony of a high-rise condo unit. It was a really nice experience. However, it also really depends on how the air quality is and the size of the balcony. That time, the size of the balcony was only like 6 by 2 feet or 6 feet by 2.5 feet. So just really enough for me to do my sadhana. I don't really recommend it for people taller than 6 feet if you have that type of space. But it was a good experience. The breeze was strong, the view was nice. Despite being dripped on by the air-conditioned unit outside, it was a good experience. However, let me just show you all how my default sadhana space looked like. This is how it looks. So as you can see, I had my puja space. I had my space where I could do all my asanas. I had all my deepams lit, and it's just like a nice controlled environment, peaceful. I had my head protector, my knee protector. And I have made this space where this has become the best place I could do my sadhana at. So if we just really compare, there are actually pros and cons to both places. So doing indoor sadhana, pros are you can control the temperature. Well, if you have control over the thermostat, so maybe not all the time. But in my case, usually temperature, weather condition is very much controlled in the indoor environment. Another thing too why I like indoor environment is because you can't really predict the wind outside when you do sadhana outdoors. And the most challenging thing I have noticed is when I do my Buddha Shruti, when I do the fire cleanse, when I start to pick up the lamp with the fire of the camphor and the wind strong, instead of doing it for 10 seconds, it could last 5 minutes just to complete 3 iterations. So yes, wind can be an issue. However though, outdoors, one of the positive things is if you have a really good outdoor area with a nice steady breeze and a great view, it can also bring a sense of motivation to do the sadhana. But outdoors, it's not always fresh air. There's situations where our world just has polluted air, so you kind of also have to consider where you do your outdoor sadhana. So in conclusion, you guys, I want to say indoor or outdoor, it really doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, or I should say at the beginning of the day, I have to do my sadhana. It doesn't matter where I am, I have to do my sadhana. But for the situations where I can control to make my sadhana more pleasant, more wonderful, then I will take those actions to make my sadhana a little bit more beautiful, more wonderful, in a serene, nice environment. So how about you guys? Where are some interesting places where you've done sadhana and what were the challenges? Do let me know. But for now, I hope you guys continue doing your sadhana, because I know it does you well as it does me well. Namaskaram. Until next time, y'all. Bye.